There's another guy in Fayetteville that doesn't really have any problem recruiting, and it feels like he just reloads every year, and that's Coach Cal. And, I had my doubts about this team, and I had my doubts about the defense because that's been an Achilles heel for Coach Cal coach teams in years past. I mean, I look at March Madness just a few years ago, and Jack Golke over there at Oakland just started raining threes against that Kentucky team and basically sent Cal to Fayetteville. He was like, I'm going to rain. I don't remember how many it was. It had to have been in the 9 to 10 range.
Right.
I'm going to rain 9 to 10 threes. And Coach Cal, you can pack your bags and head down to Fayetteville. And, this guy right here, Trevin Brazil, double-double, his third double-double this year. And they down Texas Tech. I wouldn't really say – I think we talked last week about one of the keys to this game was to being able to contain JT Toppin at Texas Tech. Well, I don't think they really contained him because, he still had a great team.
Yeah, all right.
I think that it kind of exposed a little bit of the depth problems for Texas Tech because it's, okay, yeah, he had a great game, but who else had a good game? Nobody really.
Right, exactly. And speaking of Arkansas, the Arkansas players on the men's side swept the SEC honors this past week.
Yes.
Brazil, as you mentioned, named the SEC Player of the Week, and then Darius Acuff Jr., a guy that we've talked about a lot here on this program, the Freshman of the Week. But there you see Brazil's numbers, 24 points there in that game, 4 of 5 from downtown, and then perfect at the free throw line. Pair of blocks there on the game as well. So this is in my opinion, is a team that's kind of trending in the right direction. Yeah, they're still giving up a lot of points, to your point about the defense, but they're also scoring a lot. And when you can get the Freshman of the Week who dropped 20 points, 8 assists, 4 rebounds, and a block in their win over Texas Tech, and he scored in the 20s 5 times so far. If you get that from the young guy, think things can start trending upwards here for this program, and I think Coach Cal's got some bright things to look forward to with this squad as they move forward.
He always loves his freshmen and being able to develop these guys into future draft picks. I think of Shepard just a few years ago has blossomed into a pretty good NBA starter there. I don't remember what team he's on. My NBA knowledge is like. Compared to all the other professional sports, my NBA knowledge is a little bit.
I usually get reacquainted with everybody after Christmas.
Yeah.
The Christmas game.
Yes, the Christmas game is like the perfect time to start thinking about the NBA because the NFL season's starting to wind down. Yeah, you got the playoffs, but. You look at college football, the college football playoff is all the bowl games are starting to wind down. The playoff is getting into that round 2 phase. And it's the perfect transition to the winter sports before we transition into the spring sports.
Right.
But, John Calipari is always a walking soundbite, and he was no different talking about one of his freshmen in Carter Knox.
Like, all I've done for 2 weeks is work on Carter Knox. Forget about all these expectations and plans, just play. Now the players know when he takes a shot and goes like that, they say, expectations. Just play. Forget, don't listen. And we worked, and I've been on him about comparing yourself to another player or somebody else. Steals your joy. Play with joy. It doesn't mean they don't care about the program in Arkansas and the state. They love it. They love being here. They love it. My job is to worry about them. Their job is to worry about each other. So this was a big game for that.
What I love about Coach Calipari's style is that he has been working with these 17, 18, 19-year-olds for a really long time. So the good thing is that he knows their mindset, especially the guys that are compared to these NBA guys. He understands, hey, look, there's a certain levers that you need to push and pull and understand the way that these guys are wired, especially the guys that are on the higher end. And when he was talking there about just some of the basic things he was talking to with Carter Knox, it's like, hey, don't compare yourself, and then use that great line that comparison's the thief of joy.
Yes.
And just go out there and just be you and go play, and don't always put too much pressure on yourself. And the fact that the team is going along with it and saying that when he does an ugly shot or he is thinking too much, the team out there goes expectation. It just feels like Coach Calipari does a good job of being able to harness that mentality, that energy around him.
When I think about some of my favorite men's basketball coaches in the SEC. And before Bruce Pearl retired, it was Bruce Pearl, because, I mean, he would talk ball with you, and then he would resonate with the members of the media and everything, and he would always, be able to tell these good stories. And then it's just John Calipari. It's just Bruce Pearl.
Yep.
Just 2.0.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just shocking. And all of the press conferences are must-watch television, because you never know what's going to come out. I mean, just about a month ago, we had the 8th grade stuff.
8th grade basketball,
Eighth grade basketball. We're going to all pass it around. And then right there, expectations. I mean, it's just like, it's golden. You don't really get that out of all the coaches. But, I mean, I think that just goes to show you, one, how, I mean, he's arguably one of the greatest coaches of all time.
Absolutely.
On the collegiate level, he's definitely up there with the Coach K's, the Jim Boeheims, the Roy Williams of the NBA, or of the NCAA. But also his ability to develop these players, and as we mentioned, Trayvon Brazile has been one of those players he's helped develop. And they're going to have another game tonight. They're going to face Queens. Obviously not the same stature as a Texas Tech, but, you want to build these win streaks heading into SEC play, because, that's where the real fun or danger lies ahead.
Right, and then this is a sneaky, interesting game here, because they played Louisville, then they came back and played Fresno State, then they played Texas Tech. So they say it was Duke, Louisville, Fresno State, Texas Tech. So they could have literally overlooked Fresno State. They did not. After the Queens game, it's Houston. So it goes Texas Tech, a sandwich game into Houston. Yep. So this could serve as a trap game. But the way they head on Fresno State makes it look like Calipari's got their minds.
That Houston game's this weekend, right?
That Houston game is this weekend on Saturday.
And that's one I'm going to be looking forward to, not only because, it's two great powerhouses in Houston and goodness, Arkansas.
Yeah.
My apologies. But also the fact that it's the Never Forget Tribute Classic, serving charities regarding 9/11. So it should be a great matchup on the court, but also off the court as well.
Yeah, the non-conference schedule has been a daunting one. Yes. Duke, Louisville, Texas Tech, and then
they face all 8 Elite 8 teams from last year.
That's right.
You don't want to shy away from challenge. Coach Cal's never going to shy away from challenge.
And how do you open the SEC schedule? With Tennessee, another ranked